How you're doing, Ralfy here, Ralfy Customs? Quick engineering one. We're doing a little bit of boring. Hope it's not too much. And countersinking. Do a little bit of millwork on the X-chain on to try. I'll show you what I mean. Look. Next up on the trike, on the X100 trike, we've got the top yoke, but the riser bolts don't fit the holes in the replacement yoke. So we need to take these holes out to 12mm clearance, M12 clearance for the threaded part, and then we need to take them out to clear the head, which is, they measure 18mm, so 18.5, 19mm, recessed to drop the heads in. I've got mounted on two small parallels. The camera probably won't pick up. Oh, there you go. New vice, so I'm struggling with the best way to video it, really. Everything's changed a bit. It's a lot higher than me, hold on. Anyway, we've got it mounted on parallels. I think that the 3 points, because this front edge is a slight curve, yeah? So we've got a slight gap there. And obviously this is on a radius, but I think those 3 points will hold this well. All I'm doing is taking these holes out to M12 clearance and then machining down to clear for the bolt heads. So, see how that goes. What I did to make sure that these are parallel with the rear jaw, because of the shape of it, it can do this, because this curve, if you move it one way or the other from centre, then these holes are not going to be parallel to the rear jaw, which I need to make sure that I'm boring through straight. It's not 100% vital, but it needs to be right. So what I did, I used a 1, 2, 3 block off the side of the vise to get a square, and then I measured from the edge of the square to the inside of the hole like this, and got that equal both sides. So now I know that we are on a centre between these two holes, and they should fall into place. I could have measured off these holes, but it was easier the way it fell. I kind of covered my holes and wasn't sure the best way, so I've gone for this way, and that should do us nicely. To find these holes, to reference these holes, I've put a transfer punch in a collet, and that's a nice fit in the smaller bore, so I can wind in. We go with the y-axis and then wind in with the x-axis, and I can move down and kind of feel my way, yeah, like Danny in Greece. So we can zero in on that, which I'll do off camera because I really need two hands to do it, but we're not far off of that. So we can zero in and get that about right, which it actually is. Now that's absolutely bob on, that is. So we've locked off the y-axis under here, look, we've locked that off so it can't move this way, and now we need to reference, we can reference it, the x-axis. We can zero this scale, yeah, to there, and we can also look on this sliding scale, like a vernier scale on the side, that tells us we're on 10 to the left, look. So we know 10 to the left, and we've zeroed that, and we'll make a note of that, and that gives us a starting point. And we've moved across to the hole, and we can see we're on 110 that way, so they're 100mm apart, aren't they, obviously, and that gives us that and we'll have that as the second part. So we know we've gone from L10 to L110, which I'll write down, and that was 0 to L10, so we can get back there. I'm actually on 1.7, so it's 117, no, 110, sorry, it's 110, 111.7, but we'll take a bit of lash out, we'll go back past it, and then back to the 0 point, which is not easy to do on camera. Yeah, and that will be, we'll call that L10 and 0 for the second. So, a little bit of WD, 12mm in the collet holder, and we're running about 1000 RPM. We're just going to gently go through that. Nice and easy. We can wind now the x-axis. I've just unlocked it underneath the carriage there, and we can wind that back to our starting point at 100, sorry, at 10 to the left, L10 and 0 on the dial. So bear with, oh fucking hell, CNC, we're coming about there, so we're looking at L10 inside, lock it off, take it through, and there we go. So, same again, strip of WD, and we'll let that one through. And here we are making chips. Sorted. Alright, we've changed to the counter boring tool and the collet chuck, and I'm going to wind, because we don't have it up and down for a knee, this is a bench top mill, I'm going to wind the top down. So I'll wind this down, which is in effect like raising the knee, and really plays havoc with a fucking dodgy shoulder. And I just want to be just shy with the surface, so when I'm moving across I'm not catching it, but I want to make it nice and everything nice and snug. So I'm going to lock that off, and there's a scale on the front which I'm going to just switch around, bear with. So there's this scale on the front, and what we can do is wind this tool down until it touches, yeah, which is somewhere around there, and then 0 that, and then we can work out a depth of cut, which in this case is 12mm, same as the size of the thread. So I'll do that, and then I'll set a stop to stop myself at 12mm deep. So we're there. I've dropped the speed to just over 300. I'm just above level, but I've set that 0, so when I touch on I'll be on 0, and then I'll go down to 20mm. Sorry, 12mm, fucking hell. And that should give us a good clearance. So we'll just touch on. There, look, that's 0, and then we'll take a nice steady cut down to 12. Right, okay, that's halfway. Quick squib. Nice and steady. Just coming up on 10mm. I'm just going to break those, get rid of this, look, and give it another quick squib. While we finish off straight down to 12, go on 11, 11.90, 12.03 that was, and then we'll wind across just like before, and do the same for this hole. That should be bob on. We're just coming up to 12 on this side. There you go. That's done. So we'll get it out, we'll have a quick clean up. I know I can't, that won't go through enough, look, but that's what we've got. Yeah, if you can see that, if you come on, pick that up. And there we go, that's that top yoke done pretty much. And here we have it. We'll be replacing those with stainless bolts. You can see how they hold on the handlebars. I've just chopped out, there's a middle bit that joined these curved, and I've given that a quick chop out and clean up. And media blasted it. So Johnny can try the handlebars on for size. And I need to ask him about the headlamp bracket. See how we're doing that. Apart from that, we're all good to go. So, onward and upwards, my friends.